After downloading the Total Command app, we can go ahead and tap the Total Command icon, and that'll bring up our home screen here. And what we want to go ahead and do is start a new incident. So we'll hit this plus icon up at the top, and we'll hit New Incident down here on the bottom left. Now, to assign units to the incident, we'll hit the plus icon on the right of Available and select the units we would like to use. So we'll just select Engine 1, Engine 3, Truck 2, and Truck 5. And we'll also select McKinney Engine 1 and McKinney Engine 2 from our neighboring city. Then we'll hit Done in the bottom left corner. Now we'll start creating our divisions and groups. So what we do is we'll tap the red box and we'll select Division 1, and we'll also do a Division 2. Go ahead and we'll do a search group and event group. Now, to assign these units to their divisions or groups, all we do is drag and drop. So we'll assign Engine 1 to Division 1, and we'll assign Engine 3 to Division 2, Truck 2 to Vent, and Truck 5 to Search. When we have two units assigned to a division and we would like one of the units to be supervisor of that division, go ahead and tap this question mark bar here, and we'll select whichever unit we want to be supervisor of that division or group. And now it's showing Engine 1 as supervisor with the S of Division 1. And we can also do that all the way along with any of the other divisions or groups. After the incident's been going on for a while and we have units going into rehab, what we do is we'll drop the unit. So we'll take Search Truck 5 and we'll just drop them into rehab. And then if we have more units available, we can bring them over and assign them to the search group. To release units from the incident, all we do is drag and drop, and we'll hold it over the drop here to release unit button for about 1 second. And we did this just so you can't accidentally release a unit from the incident. Down at the bottom here in settings, we have our time between par checks set at 5 minutes. And we can see up in the top left hand corner that par question mark has illuminated, and our par button down at the bottom has turned red. So to do a par, we'll just hit the par button down here at the bottom, and you see all our units now have question marks on them. So as soon as the units call in par, we'll tap the question mark on the screen for each unit that calls in par. And we have a par complete on the fireground. Over on the right side of the screen, we have all of our checklists. So we'll go over here and we'll tap Utilities, and we can just go down the list. So if we have the gas shut off, we can tap it and it'll put a check mark by it, and so on down the list. And we also have groups here, and we also have benchmarks, so we can do our primary search, fire under control, and you just go along checking the ones that are completed, just to kind of keep track of what you're doing. Over in the bottom right corner, we can edit the checklist. So we can take away these checklists that are already here, or we can add some more that are in this app. Offensive, defensive, maydays, emergency abandonment. We can also make our own checklist with this blank line here, clicking the arrow, and we can just add new item and make a checklist of our own. Down in the bottom left corner, we can hit Show Log at any time in an incident, and we can see everything we did in the incident in a log form. We can sort it by unit, by group, or by time. And we can also send the log to anyone via email with the send button on the bottom right corner. Now let's select settings down at the bottom. And at the bottom you'll see use timing setup for future incidents, use current staging area setup for future incidents, and use current list setup for future incidents. So if we click one of these and move it over to green, it'll remember that selection for the next call or incident and automatically apply it. Up at the top we have time between par checks, and we can adjust that to whatever number we would like. And once we adjust that, this little par light will illuminate when that time hits, suggesting that you do a par on the fireground. Up at the very top, we have maximum active time for fire units. So this selection we have at 12 minutes. And what this does is when you move a unit over into a division or group, it runs off the time you have set here for maximum active time for fire units. So after 6 minutes, this unit will turn yellow, and at 12 minutes it will turn red, suggesting that they need rehab. We can move one of these units over from vent to rehab, and you'll notice that it turns light red. And after the set time for which we have for rehab, which is 20 minutes, that will turn green, ready for reassignment. At the bottom we can select edit, and we can assign a new staging group for our incident by pressing the plus sign and clicking these question marks. Now we can put in a new name for our unit, our staging group, and I'll just do fuel. And we can also assign the amount of time we need those units to have in that staging group. So I'll put 5 minutes and hit done. So now we'll hit done up in the upper left corner, and we can now drag units over into that new staging group. And after 5 minutes, that unit will now turn green. After running through the first incident, we can edit our department. So up here under the plus icon, we'll click Edit Department. And you can name your department. We can put in neighboring departments and add the units for those departments. So we'll go here, click units, and then you can hit the plus icon and add units for that department. We can also mess with our group names and divisions. And we can add task lists or take away task lists. Down here at the bottom, we can add units to our department. To complete an incident, all we do is hit Terminate Incident in the bottom corner and click Terminate. And we can also see that past incident if we click the plus sign up here, and we can click on past incidents and bring them up, and we can also reopen them.